Hello everybody, Crippled Hobo here, and welcome back to Hobo's campaign. And if you remember in the last episode, I mentioned that I will be building a lot more in this episode, and I said that the train station was going to be a kind of off the record build that I'll be doing off camera a lot. And before I show you what what I've done to that, don't be angry with me. Because I did say I'll be doing it off camera, and I have done quite a bit to it. So, yeah. Uh, it looks a lot, but really it isn't. I did a few home improvements as well. But, yeah, I know you're going to be thinking what you're going to be building then. And that is what I'm going to show you now. But I think that looks pretty cool. I think I got the arches just right. And yeah, I will be cutting a lot more out. But first I'm just going to explain what I'll be doing. So I'm going to connect that up to this part of the mountain. Well, it's already been connected, but I haven't done anything other than that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a circular building, or wall it off circular, so that it includes each of these mountains and like brings them all together. And what it's going to be, I'm going to try and let you picture this now. Actually, I'm going to get on top of the bridge, so I think that'll be a better place. Okay, so here we are on top of the bridge. You can see that that goes back in, and I made like a makeshift staircase going down. And that goes to nothing. But if you look here, imagine a circular wall going around there, but going into the mountains. Maybe up to about there, that high, down to the floor. And on each level, for those of you who have watched the series from quite early on, I've always wanted to make an automated farm. But that's not all. It's going to have wheat, watermelon, and all of that stuff. And I think on the top level, what I'm going to have is a breeding place, you know, because in 1.9 the animal breeding's coming out. So it's basically going to be a big zone where I can get food and plants and all that type of stuff. Hopefully automated. Well, as automated as it can be. But right now I think what I'm going to do is make the circle and then come back, because I don't want to bore you with that. It's a lot of planning and trial and error. For those of you who don't know how to make circles, go into Paint, draw the circle out, and zoom right in, and you can see the pixels, and each pixel resembles a block. And that's how you do the arches as well, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so here's the outline. I made it quite high so that you can kind of get an idea of what I'm going for. Imagine this is going to be about as tall as that ridge there. And it's going to have about 4 floors, I'm thinking. Because as I was collecting all this wood, I ran out of wood, and I realised I had to run all the way up to the forest biome over there and get the wood. I thought, why not have a tree farm in there as well? So I'm thinking maybe like wheat, pumpkins, watermelons on one. Maybe reeds. Oh no, the farm one's the breeding one's gonna be at the top. Then the wheat, pumpkins, watermelons, then reeds. Then at the bottom, there'll be the tree farm, because you can't really automate that. I'm gonna have to just go in there anyway. And then on the bottom floor, it's gonna be like a lobby. So that's where all of the materials are gonna come down, and then I can collect it easily. And here's a question to you guys. On the bottom floor, I'm thinking of having like a big symbol or a picture, maybe like a pig's head, a tree, on the floor, so it looks a lot more attractive. So what picture, what symbol do you want on the bottom floor? That's something that you guys can decide. I think that'll look pretty cool. But here's what I'm going for. Each floor is going to have like a glass outside, so imagine that. It's just going to be windows all the way around, so that all the lights getting in there. And then it's going to have water streams and stuff, which will transport the drops all the way to the middle, and then it'll all drop down into a neat little pile on the bottom floor in the lobby. And there's going to be a train station up here. I think it's going to look pretty cool. It's probably going to take like another episode to finish the build. And then all the functioning on the inside, maybe another 2 more episodes. But when it's done, it's going to be something that I'm going to use a lot. So I'm happy I decided to make this, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try and put a few levels in it now so that you can get a better idea. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, welcome back. It's actually been quite a while since the last clip. It's been a day in recording time. I went to bed and everything and whatever. Went to school, I'm back, and I was actually quite motivated to come back and make this. And I put a lot of building into it. This is gonna be the lobby area. It's quite a cool design, but it's definitely not a final. It's just what would you call it? All theory and nah, I don't know the word. But I also changed the glass because I thought that whiteness was really ruining the look. I put windows in, and you can see through them now over there. You can see them ones, but I don't think I'm happy with the color of the frame. So I'll probably change that a bit more. But I'm happy that there's nothing in the middle of it. So what we've got here. This is going to be the main lobby, and yeah, there's going to be no growing, no plants, no nothing on this floor. It's all going to be for looks and the collecting point. So that outer ring there is not final. It's going to be closer in, and this is about as far in as I'm thinking. It's going to be like a central chamber going up, all the way up through all 3 or 4 floors. And here's where the water points are going to come in, is what I'm thinking. And that's where I'm going to be able to collect the different items. Now, if we come up here. Ooh. I've not got a proper way of getting up yet, but I will be making that. So here's the upper floor, and if you imagine this ring being moved into that point, then where I've outlined here, where I'm stood is going to be one of the chambers rooms where there'll be say wheat or a cactus or something like that. Same with this. Maybe each floor these will all be full, and it'll go up quite high. And this is going to be one of the producing rooms, and then it's going to be piston activated. It'll probably get knocked into the middle, down to the bottom, and then water will take it to the middle chamber. And that'll go down. It's just taking away the mountain that's taken so long. And yeah. I'm probably going to get to work moving this in. I'm running out of wood so quick. I've got none left. But yeah, I'm thinking it's looking pretty good, pretty impressive at the minute, and I think I'm going to quickly go and get a view up on the bridge because it is looking good from above. Alright, so from up here, I think you can see that here. It's looking pretty good, it's looking big, and that's what I want. So they each represent one floor, but I think I'm going to make each part each of these parts 2 floors high, so that'll go up to about there, and each of those chambers, so I'll get quite a lot. I'm not looking to make this like the biggest collecting. I don't want like the biggest amount of wheat coming down with each press of the button. I just want it to be efficient and compact in a way that it fits into this structure. And it's pretty hard, seeing as it's round. I kind of made it hard for myself by doing that, but I think it's looking good, and it's not going to be too hard to get quite an efficient farm. So yeah, I'm going to get to work filling in this circle, and then I'll probably be back to you. Okay, so I finished off sealing the compartments, and you can get a better picture of what I'm talking about. Here's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one. These little corner bits are probably going to be little maintenance rooms that I can get up from the floors below, go between the floors, and get into these rooms to make sure everything's okay and to replant things and all that stuff. But yeah, this is one level, and each of these are going to be made up of two levels, so just imagine this floor duplicated above it. And that's going to be one farm, and then... So I'm thinking wheat, sugarcane, watermelons, and... cactus maybe, because I don't think pumpkins will really do much. And then on the top floor, it's going to be open planned. It's going to have grass up there, and that's where I'm going to do the breeding. So this is going to be quite a good sustainable thing, and it's going to take a while. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to try and finish off the next floor of this and close off the roof. And then in the next episode, we'll probably get through the functions and all of the redstone and the pistons and all that stuff. Ugh, frame rate. Here's where the water's going to go down, and it'll drop into there, and I can just walk in. So yeah, and if you're wondering what they are, that's going to be for glowstone when I finally get round to the nether. So yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Leave your suggestions, and I know I said that there was going to be a picture of something in the middle, but with the way things are gone, it doesn't look that way. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.